For 8 weeks, lawmakers asked questions behind closed doors, but today marked just the fourth time an impeachment investigation of a U.S. president has gone public.
Committee will come to order.
The House Intelligence Committee heard testimony from two men, George Kent, who oversees Ukraine policy for the Trump administration, and Bill Taylor, America's top diplomat in Ukraine. They testified that President Trump froze military aid to Ukraine in order to force a public announcement of investigation into his political rivals, like Joe Biden.
To withhold that assistance for no good reason other than help with the political campaign made no sense. It could not be explained. It was crazy.
Ambassador Taylor also revealed new, potentially key information about a controversial call on July 26th between EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland and the president.
The member of my staff could hear President Trump on the phone asking Ambassador Sondland about the investigations.
Tonight, President Trump responded.
I know nothing about that. First time I've heard it.
Do you recall having a conversation with
I don't recall. No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
On Friday, former Ukraine Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch will be next to testify. She was the highest-ranked female ambassador at the State Department, but was dismissed by the Trump administration in April. There are 3 more public hearings scheduled for next week.
And we will have live coverage of all the scheduled impeachment testimony on air and online at KARE11.com.